I think way too many traders are hyper focused on making a lot of money quickly. Why not try to make a little money slowly? What if I told you there's a method so simple a baby could do it? Later in this video, I will show you how you can take small trades and accumulate profits anywhere from 500 to 1500 in a day or so. Stay tuned to see the end result. Is it too good to be true? Well, yes, kind of. I want to first set your expectations. This method, if applied correctly, could help you attain a funded account with a prop firm of your choosing. But it does actually require you to work. This is why I say it is kind of good to be true. Most traders aren't actually doing any work. They're just mindlessly following a strategy or looking for some pattern without any context, like sheep. No, this does actually require you to work for your money. To be able to do this, I think you'd need to have at least 100k in funding. And the secret is you will be using extremely low but controlled risk. Disclaimer: what you see me do here is extremely unlikely to work for you. So if you aren't willing to keep watching what I know works for me, this is the time to click off of the video and go watch Netflix or something. Let's not waste each other's time here. Oh, and by the way, I am not going to be showing you cherry pick scenarios. You can absolutely have losing days and losing trades using this method. I ain't even gonna try to make it seem like you could win every single trade. You can't. Now, for those of you who are interested in seeing how I made this method work for me, let's continue. What we really need to understand for this method to work is we need to understand, and I mean really understand, price action. Pause. What even is price action? Well, it is differently defined from trader to trader, but my definition is understanding, using context, what the market is doing in relation to what it wants to do overall. What this means to me is, if the market is going bullish and the market is showing signs that it wants to continue buying, by looking at what the candles are saying, this will help your entry significantly. Some signs that the market is suggesting continued momentum are bear candles getting smaller and smaller, bull candles getting bigger, bear candles with giant wicks to the downside, bull candles with giant wicks to the downside, and no wick to the upside, just to name a few. On pause. This is the hard part, and it is also why I said this is extremely unlikely to work for you. A lot of this requires experience in the market. Intuition, as they call it. As you grow as a trader, you will slowly build your experience, and thus your intuition will also grow. There is no shortcut for this process. You simply have to pay your dues. But you can start somewhere. I think this is as good a place as any to start due to the fact that the risk is so low. Speaking of risk, what should our risk be? Well, yeah, about that. The risk really needs to be controlled by you as well. This also, unfortunately, requires intuition, and I definitely recommend trying this on a demo or on TradingView's replay mode first. But I can assure you, you will very quickly get an idea of what you are comfortable risking and what you aren't. Now, I know I said the method is so simple that a baby could do it. Obviously, they cannot. But the idea is that as much as we like to try to overcomplicate things, you really don't need to. Fancy methods, new candlestick patterns, and some terminology or technology that some dude on the internet made up to sound like he knows what he's doing. And you know what? Maybe he does. Maybe that will work for him, but it will only ever work for him. And this is the sad reality. The method I'm using is like scalping, but I think it is the most true definition of scalping, which is super fast executions and exits. I could literally be in and out of a trade in a matter of seconds. Yeah, crazy, I know. But it isn't that crazy if it works, right? You know, I'm actually a little apprehensive about even calling it scalping because this is bespoke to me. When I don't like the drawdown number that I am seeing, I close the trade. Sometimes what you would see even after you close the trade, the candle might do what you wanted it to do. Don't fear, there will be other opportunities. I promise. It's better to close the trade with a small loss and live to fight again another day. I also typically stop after 2 consecutive losses. So if the goal is to make $1,500 for the day, let's say I was up $1,100. and I ended up taking 2 losses, which brought my daily profit back down to 730. I am leaving the market with that 730. Nothing is wrong with stopping short of your goal if you aren't comfortable with proceeding. And you should absolutely be uncomfortable after you've lost 2 trades in a row. But that's just me though. You are also welcome to stop short of your goal if you just aren't seeing the price action you really want to see. This, however, for sure comes with experience with the markets and obviously with this method. Basically what I'm telling you is, this method doesn't require any hard and fast rules. No patterns, no strategy per se. You trade what feels right. In the beginning, it is going to feel like you're doing something completely wrong because you'd be free. You'd be able to do what you want, when you want, but ultimately when the market allows you to do so, it almost feels like you're sinning, and you know sinning feels good. But I can assure you, it isn't sinning if you're winning. Some things to watch out for. News, big jackass scandals. News events are still a no-no. You want to stay away from news events. You want to stay away from big jackass scandals as well. Even if they have nice big wicks suggesting rejection. Remember, the goal is slow growth. Big suggested rejection candles can be enticing to you, the trader, but take my stupid advice, leave them alone. Very few times I've found them to work, but hey, you know what? You might find a way to make them work for you, and if it does, kudos to you. In regards to experience and your intuition, I can help fast track that for you by working with you directly in a one-on-one setting, either daily or weekly. You can feel free to reach out to me directly if that is something you think you might be interested in. I'd be happy to assist if I can. The reason why every course you've taken hasn't brought you the results you've wanted is because none of them factor in context and intuition. Let me help you. Hit the notification button so you don't miss when I upload the next video. Now that you know this method, you'd probably want to check out this other way that I can trade as well. I hope you enjoy this next video.